In the times when manufacturers keep decreasing the number of cylinders in their engines and toying with electrification to create the most efficient engine, producing a vehicle with a 12-cylinder engine is a bold move to say the least. Today, we're looking at the newest cars by manufacturers who still think that the more cylinders, the better. Let's get started. Pagani Utopia. Utopia is the third and newest member of the Pagani supercar family. Its production started last year, and reportedly only 99 units will roll out of the Pagani factory in Modena, Italy. The vehicle has a carbo-titanium monocoque, carbon ceramic discs, and forged monolithic aluminum alloys that contribute to a low weight of just 2,822 pounds. At its core lies a Mercedes-AMG-sourced Pagani V12 that can be paired with a 7-speed automated manual transmission from Extract or a pure manual with an electromechanical differential. This 60-degree 6-liter twin-turbo makes 864 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 811 pound-feet between 2,800 and 5,900 rotations. This year, over a year after the official unveiling of the Utopia, Pagani announced its Roadster variant. The vehicle features a removable hardtop with an integrated window and uses an identical V12 powertrain while retaining the same weight as its coupe sibling. With so much power on tap, the top speed reaches 217 miles per hour. Pagani Roadster comes with an active suspension, an electromechanical differential in the rear axle, 21-inch front and 22-inch rear rims, and gives you access to the most advanced Pirelli tires, P0 Corsa or P0 Trofeo RS. The Roadster will be made in a 130-unit production run and come with a hot price tag of $3.4 million. Aston Martin Valiant. Aston Martin's bespoke Q division has recently announced a special 38-unit version of the Valiant. The model was inspired by a personal commission vehicle produced for Fernando Alonso, so it's not surprising that it's tuned for both road and track use. With this model, Aston Martin continues the tradition of building pure driver's cars with high-performance engines. The engine setup of the Valiant is represented by a twin-turbo V12 with a massive 734 horsepower and 555 pound-feet torque output channeled through a 6-speed manual transmission. To handle prolonged track use, this retro-inspired coupe is fitted with carbon ceramic brakes, a suspension setup with Multimatic ASV dampers, and 3 pre-programmed driving modes, one of which, of course, is for track driving. Further track-oriented preparations include lightweight carbon fiber bodywork, 21-inch magnesium wheels, and external elements created with the help of titanium and light but strong 3D printed parts. The exterior look was described by the manufacturer as a modern take on the iconic Muncher Le Mans racer, while the interior is quite reserved and features a built-in half-cage with 4-point race harnesses, Recaro podium seats, and a tasteful combination of Alcantara and leather trims. Rolls-Royce Cullinan Series 2. The most desirable model within the modern Rolls-Royce lineup enters its second generation this year. To make it even more desirable for the wealthy Rolls-Royce clientele, the Cullinan Series 2 utilizes new tech and unique material combinations and offers even more bespoke customization options. The refreshed fascia of this luxury SUV features redesigned tall DRLs, a V-shaped bumper with more substantial air intakes, and the brand's first illuminated Pantheon grille. Other exterior changes include a dual exhaust and protective stainless steel trims in the rear and 7-spoke 23-inch wheels with a 3-dimensional pattern. Mechanically, the setup remains practically identical. A 6.7-liter V12 produces 550 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque, while the Magic Carpet Ride suspension ensures smooth operation on any terrain. As usual, the cabin serves as a fine display of the latest features and bespoke services by Rolls-Royce, namely a dashboard with a pillar-to-pillar glass panel fascia, a digital instrument display, an infotainment system powered by the new Spirit OS, the Spirit of Ecstasy clock cabinet, and a fabric trim that requires 2.2 million stitches and up to 11 miles of thread to be produced. As you can see, today V12 engines are mainly found in performance cars and SUVs. Do you think that it should stay this way? Or do we need a car maker who can bring affordable 12-cylinder power for the masses? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we keep going. Ferrari 12 Cilindri Spider. For the upcoming 2025 model year, Ferrari has presented the successor to the 812 Superfast. Offered both in the coupe and convertible body styles, this model postpones the electric future and gives the petrolheads a chance to celebrate the V12 engine technology for a little bit longer. However, although it might be painful to admit, it's very likely the last front-engine V12 model by the Prancing Horse brand. Gifted with a characteristic Ferrari growl and sporting newly developed titanium connecting rods and lightweight aluminum alloy pistons, the V12 engine is the true centerpiece of this upcoming model. Capable of revving up to 9,500 RPM, the motor produces 818 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. The power is channeled through the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, which is said to be 30% faster than its predecessor and plays a vital role in achieving the 0 to 60 mph acceleration in 2.9 seconds. On the outside, it seems that the Ferrari is using a slightly revised design approach, different from everything we've seen in the past years. Here, a more futuristic approach with clean body lines and sharp DRLs that resemble sharp blades. If you opt for the drop-top version of the upcoming Ferrari 12 Cilindri, you have to remember that the roof can be opened or closed in 14 seconds at speeds below 28 mph. Moreover, the roof mechanism adds 132 pounds to the overall weight of the vehicle and raises it to 3,571 pounds. TWR Supercat. Automotive history has a lot of heartwarming stories, and it seems that we're witnessing the beginning of yet another one, the TWR Supercat. It's a gorgeous retro grand tour that is set to revive a once popular British brand. It is reported that the son of the original company's founder has been working tirelessly and putting together a team that will present to the world a lineup of bespoke performance cars that will put to use the best automotive technology and craftsmanship to give you a proper analog driving sensation. TWR Supercat is that brand's first attempt at making a proper retro-inspired supercar that took a team of aspiring car enthusiasts 2 years to complete. The main objective for this limited edition model was to produce a design that is in line with the automotive heritage of Jaguar, but still doesn't make you give up on modern comfort features. With only 82 copies of this Super GT scheduled for production this year, it will hide a 608 horsepower strong supercharged V12 engine under its bonnet and use a 6-speed manual. The full technical details are to be revealed shortly. Speaking of the bonnet and other body parts, their production was carried out with extensive use of carbon fiber. As a result, we can enjoy an attention-grabbing wide-body design with a long hood, a sharp front splitter, flared wheel arches, and a colossal rear diffuser. Pagani Huayra Epitome. The Epitome is a one-off model, which makes it an especially unique hypercar. The highest expression of Huayra took 19 months to complete. It got new bumpers, new aerodynamic elements, and unique headlights. The all-carbon fiber body conceals a twin-turbo 6-liter V12 handcrafted by AMG. It makes 852 horsepower and 811 pound-feet of torque sent to the rear wheels through an electronically controlled differential and a racing-style tripod driveshaft. Interestingly, instead of a traditional sequential gearbox, the Epitome gets an X-Track 7-speed manual, which is a first for any Huayra. The mill exhales through a familiar 4-tube titanium exhaust, but 2 more outlets can be seen below, and their presence further improves the downforce. The Pagani Epitome suspension was fine-tuned to reduce body movement during high-performance situations, but it has a special comfort mode for everyday driving. Bentley Batur Convertible. In the times when many luxury car makers have no issues moving their astronomically priced models and even making deep pockets wait for months for their cars to be delivered, it was quite surprising to hear the news that Bentley failed to post a sales growth record for the 5th year in a row and experienced an 11% decline in sales. To get the company finances back on track and potentially hook up buyers with unlimited budgets with a hot ride for the upcoming summer season, Bentley announced the drop-top version of their luxury Batur model. Just like its coupe sibling, the Batur Convertible puts to use the brand's iconic 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged W12 engine. Considering that Bentley is planning on retiring the W12 in the near future, the Batur Convertible, with 739 horsepower on tap, will not only be a powerful tool for open-air grand touring, but will also mark a turning point in the brand's history. The engine channels its power through an 8-speed double-clutch transmission and breathes out through a sports exhaust system. This handcrafted two-door will be strictly limited to just 16 units, and each lucky owner will get a chance to work with the Mulliners' in-house design team and create their unique ride. The customization options are endless and include, but are not limited to, a custom paint job, tonneau covers, roof materials, and rose gold treatment of interior elements. Ferrari Purosangue. It goes without saying that the first super SUV by Ferrari is the most anticipated vehicle of recent years. The vehicle manages to keep the purebred nature of a four-door sports car, albeit being one with the raised clearance. The Purosangue has near-perfect 49-51 weight distribution and is constructed using carbon fiber, steel, and high-strength aluminum. The new suspension system debuts active spool valve dampers that feature electric motor actuation and can lower the ride by 0.4 inches to 6.8. It also rides on staggered 22 and 23-inch wheels, offers four-wheel steering, and has an electronic torque vectoring differential. The model goes for a classic naturally aspirated V12 with a 6.5-liter displacement, 725 horsepower, and targets a 0 to 60 mph time of 3.3 seconds. The top speed of 193 miles per hour also makes it a contender for the title of the world's fastest SUV. The Ferrari Purosangue has a lounge-like interior with 4 individual seats, rear hinge doors, and a dual-display cockpit. Engler V12. This unique creation by a London-based company is built around a carbon monocoque with a forged aluminum alloy and titanium-independent double wishbone suspension with helical springs and electronically controlled shock absorbers. The powertrain makes 1,200 horsepower, 885 pound-feet of torque, while the vehicle tips the scales at 2,645 pounds. The V12 is paired with an in-house developed 8-speed dual-clutch Engler microbox transmission, which weighs 66 pounds and arguably is the lightest gearbox for a road-legal car. But there is a slight nuance. Despite riding on 4 20-inch SMW forged magnesium wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, the Engler V12 doesn't have a steering wheel and is basically a motorcycle. A motorcycle with 2.5 seconds 0 to 60 acceleration time, 250 miles per hour top speed, and thankfully immense stopping power coming from Engler by Brembo ventilated carbon ceramic discs with 4 to 6 piston monolithic calipers. Aston Martin Vanquish and Nilu 27. In the bonus section of today's video, we'd like to mention V12 cars that are still to be revealed, the upcoming Aston Martin Vanquish and Nilu 27. Despite having recently produced the Valiant that we mentioned in this video and a limited edition Valor dedicated to Aston Martin's 110th anniversary, this British performance brand is not planning on giving up their V12 powertrains as quickly as many EV enthusiasts had hoped. For the upcoming 2025 year, the brand has announced the refreshed Vanquish Coupe with a brand new V12 engine capable of generating 823 horsepower and 737 pound-feet of torque. As for the Nilu 27, the information about this model will be kept under wraps until the official unveiling in August during the Monterey Car Week. This new performance brand was created by the former head of design at Koenigsegg and Bugatti, so we're sure that the new performance vehicle will be a treat for every fan of naturally aspirated V12 engines. Thanks for watching till the very end. Do you think that V12 engines will be around for much longer? We'll gladly talk about this question in the comments below. Make sure to support our channel and check out our previous episodes on the screen. Have a good one, and may the torque be with you.